Over 60? Imagine slashing your risk of heart disease, cancer, dementia, and painful joints, not with expensive treatments or complicated routines, but with one small daily change that almost anyone can do. I'm Dr. Michael Harrison, and after more than 30 years of helping older adults regain their energy, sharpen their minds, and stay active, I can tell you this: the path to healthy aging isn't about chasing the latest fad or buying pricey supplements. In fact, science now shows that just one simple daily habit can help protect you from as much as 90% of the chronic diseases that take the greatest toll after 60. And here's the surprising part: most people overlook it. They dismiss it as too simple or too easy to matter. But the truth is, this habit works because it targets the root causes of decline: poor circulation, inflammation, reduced brain function, and weakened immunity. By addressing these at the same time, it transforms how your body feels and functions, often within just a few days. So, if you've been feeling more tired lately, if your memory isn't as sharp, if your joints are stiff in the morning, or if you've been told you have age-related problems that you just have to accept, stay with me. Because in this video, I'll not only reveal what this habit is, but also show you how to make it a natural part of your day without spending a cent, so you can live with more energy, clarity, and confidence than you've had in years. Let's be honest, after 60, your body starts sending you signals. Some are loud and obvious, like aching knees when you stand up or forgetting where you put your keys. Others are quiet, so quiet you might not even notice them until they've been stealing your energy for years. The problem is, we've been taught to believe that these changes are simply part of getting older. But that's not the full truth. Science shows many of these issues aren't inevitable. They're warning signs that your body is out of balance. And the sooner we act, the more we can reverse or slow them down. Here are 5 of the biggest hidden roadblocks I see in my patients over 60. And I want you to pay attention, because chances are at least one of these is affecting you right now. First, general health decline. You wake up tired. Even after a full night's sleep, your mind feels slower. Everyday tasks take more effort. Over time, this makes you less active, which only speeds up the decline. This cycle is one of the fastest ways to lose strength, memory, and independence. Second, subtle morning dehydration. This one shocks people. After 7 or 8 hours of sleep, your body loses water through breathing and even skin evaporation. When you wake up, your blood is thicker, your circulation slower, and your brain gets less oxygen. That's why so many seniors feel groggy, stiff, or mentally foggy in the morning. And here's the scary part: chronic low-grade dehydration increases inflammation, raises your risk for heart disease, arthritis, certain cancers, kidney stones, and even memory loss. Third, the impact of sedentary living. Retirement often means less movement. Maybe you're not commuting anymore, or you spend more time watching television, reading, or sitting at the computer. Even if you feel comfortable, your circulation, blood sugar, and brain health are all slowly suffering. Studies show lack of regular movement raises the risk of diabetes, cognitive decline, and several types of cancer. Fourth, chronic stress and inflammation. Stress isn't just an emotional state, it's a physical one. When you're under pressure, your body pumps out cortisol. In small bursts, that's fine. But in older adults, constant stress keeps inflammation levels high, damages blood vessels, and interferes with brain function. And shallow breathing, something many people do without realizing, only makes it worse. Fifth, poor sleep patterns. So many people tell me, "Doctor, I just can't sleep like I used to." And they accept it as normal aging. But irregular bedtimes and wake-up times disrupt your circadian rhythm, throw off your hormones, weaken immunity, and hurt your memory. Worse, research now links poor sleep patterns to higher risks of heart disease, Alzheimer's, and certain cancers. Now, I want to share a quick story about Harold, a 8-year-old retired teacher who came to see me. He wasn't in terrible health, but he was tired all the time. His joints felt stiff every morning, and his memory was slipping. He assumed it was just getting older. But within 2 weeks of making one small change, the same one we're talking about today, his morning energy came back. His thinking was clearer, and even his wife noticed he was more upbeat. Harold's story isn't unique, and that's exactly why you need to hear the 6 daily habits I'm about to share. These are simple, proven, and surprisingly powerful tools to protect your heart, brain, and joints, and they work no matter your age right now. If there's one habit I wish every person over 60 would start tomorrow morning, it's this: drink water as soon as you wake up. I know, it sounds almost too simple, but the science behind it is powerful, and the results can be life-changing. Here's what's happening in your body while you sleep. For 7 or 8 hours, you're not eating or drinking. Meanwhile, your body is still working, your brain is processing memories, your heart is pumping, your cells are repairing, and with every breath, you're losing tiny amounts of water through your lungs. Even your skin releases moisture into the air while you rest. By the time you open your eyes in the morning, you are mildly dehydrated. This is not dying of thirst dehydration, it's subtle, but it's enough to make your blood thicker, slow your circulation, and reduce oxygen delivery to your brain and heart. That's why so many people feel groggy, stiff, or foggy-headed in the morning. The impact on your brain is huge. Your brain is about 75% water. Research from the Journal of Nutrition in 2019 showed that even mild dehydration can impair memory, attention, and reaction time, especially in older adults. That means your brain literally works slower when it's low on water. And over time, this can contribute to chronic brain fog and faster cognitive decline. So what's the fix? As soon as you wake up, before coffee, tea, or breakfast, drink 1-2 glasses of water. Plain water works perfectly, but you can add a squeeze of lemon if you want flavor, and a small boost of vitamin C. This simple act instantly starts thinning your blood, easing the workload on your heart, improving circulation, and delivering fresh oxygen and nutrients to your brain. You'll feel the difference quickly: clearer thoughts, better mood, and less morning stiffness in your joints. For some people, it even helps regulate digestion and ease constipation because the body's detox systems get moving faster. Let me tell you about Harold, the retired teacher I mentioned earlier. When I first met him, he'd start his mornings with a big mug of coffee and nothing else. Coffee is fine in moderation, but it's a diuretic, meaning it makes you lose more water. No wonder Harold was dragging himself through his mornings. I challenged him to drink 2 glasses of water before his coffee every single day for 2 weeks. By the end of that time, Harold told me, "Doc, I don't need that second cup of coffee anymore. I wake up ready to go." His memory improved, his energy stayed steady until lunch, and even his blood pressure dropped slightly. Pro tip: keep a glass or bottle of water right by your bed. That way, the moment you wake up, you don't have to think about it, you just drink. This turns it into an automatic habit, and within a week, your body will start craving it. Remember this: the first thing you put in your body each morning sets the tone for the rest of your day. And when you start with water, you're giving your brain, heart, and every cell exactly what they need to perform at their best. If hydration is the spark that wakes up your body in the morning, brisk walking is the fuel that keeps it running smoothly all day long. Now, I'm not talking about a casual stroll where you stop to look at the flowers every few steps. I mean purposeful walking, moving at a steady pace, around 3 to 4 miles per hour, fast enough that you can talk but not sing. Why is brisk walking such a game changer after 60? First, it gets your blood moving. With every step, you're pushing fresh oxygen and nutrients to your brain, your heart, and your muscles. This is critical because circulation naturally slows with age, and slow circulation means slower healing, slower thinking, and lower energy. Second, it lubricates your joints. Movement helps your body produce synovial fluid, the natural oil inside your joints that reduces stiffness and pain. That's why people who walk regularly often notice their knees and hips feel less achy. Third, brisk walking is one of the most effective, low-impact ways to control blood sugar. The American Diabetes Association has found that regular walking can cut your risk of type 2 diabetes by up to 30%. That's huge, especially since high blood sugar damages blood vessels and speeds up brain aging. And here's one of my favorite benefits: walking actually protects your brain. A 2018 study in neurology showed that older adults who walked regularly had larger hippocampus volumes. That's the part of your brain responsible for memory and learning. In other words, walking can literally help keep your brain younger. How to get started if you're out of shape? Begin with 10 minutes a day, 5 days a week. Every week, add a few minutes until you're walking 15-30 minutes at a time. Choose a route you enjoy: a park, a quiet street, or even laps around your yard. Aim for consistency over intensity. It's better to walk 15 minutes every day than 45 minutes once a week. Carol is a 65-year-old grandmother who came to me with constant knee stiffness and trouble sleeping. She thought exercise would only make her knees worse. I suggested brisk walking for just 20 minutes each morning. The first week was tough. She felt sore and out of breath. But by week 3, something amazing happened. Her knees hurt less. She was sleeping through the night, and her mood had improved. Now, Carol says her morning walk is the best part of my day, and she hasn't missed one in over a year. Pro tip: if mornings are hard, try walking right after lunch or dinner. This not only gets your steps in, but also helps regulate blood sugar after meals. Remember, brisk walking is not just exercise. It's medicine for your heart, your brain, your joints, and even your mood. And the beauty is, you don't need a gym membership, fancy equipment, or perfect weather. You just need a pair of comfortable shoes and the commitment to start moving. If walking nourishes your body, then deep breathing is what calms and resets your entire system from the inside out. It's one of the fastest ways to reduce stress, lower inflammation, and sharpen your focus, and yet it's completely free and takes just minutes a day. Here's why it matters after 60. As we get older, many of us start breathing more shallowly without realizing it. Instead of drawing air deep into the lungs, we only use the upper part of the chest. This means less oxygen for your brain, your heart, and your muscles, and it keeps your body stuck in a mild fight or flight state. When you switch to deep, slow breathing, you activate your parasympathetic nervous system, the body's natural rest and repair mode. Cortisol levels drop, reducing the inflammation linked to heart disease, arthritis, and memory decline. Your heart rate variability improves, which is a sign of better cardiovascular health and resilience. You stimulate the vagus nerve, which helps regulate digestion, blood pressure, and mood. The science is clear. A 2020 study in Frontiers in Physiology found that just 10 minutes a day of slow diaphragmatic breathing significantly improved heart rate variability and lowered stress hormone levels. Other research in psychosomatic medicine showed boosted immune function in older adults practicing daily breathing exercises. Here's how to do it. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and place one hand on your belly. Inhale through your nose for a count of 4, feeling your belly rise. Hold for a count of 4. Exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6, letting your belly fall. Repeat for 5-10 minutes. George is 72 and had been battling high blood pressure for years. Medications helped, but he still felt tense and mentally scattered. I taught him this breathing exercise and asked him to do it every morning before breakfast. After 3 weeks, George told me, "It's like my brain and body are finally talking to each other again." His blood pressure readings improved, his sleep was deeper, and he felt calmer during the day. Pro tip: pair deep breathing with a moment of stillness. You don't have to meditate in the traditional sense. Just sit quietly, focus on your breath, and let thoughts come and go. This short pause each day helps clear mental clutter and keeps your nervous system balanced. Remember, deep breathing isn't about doing nothing. It's about giving your body the space to repair, recharge, and work at its best. This next habit often surprises people, and honestly, some are skeptical until they try it. I'm talking about brief exposure to cold water, just 15 to 30 seconds a day. Now, before you imagine plunging into an icy lake or filling your bathtub with ice cubes, let me be clear, that's not what I'm asking you to do. You don't need extreme cold to get powerful benefits. Even a short burst of cool or cold water in your daily routine can send a powerful signal to your body. Here's what happens. When cold water hits your skin, your blood vessels constrict, then quickly dilate once you warm up again. This process boosts circulation, delivering more oxygen and nutrients to your cells. It also triggers the release of norepinephrine, a hormone and neurotransmitter that reduces inflammation, sharpens mental clarity, and elevates mood. Cold exposure also stimulates your lymphatic system, helping your body clear waste and toxins more efficiently. And there's another fascinating benefit. It activates brown fat, a special type of fat that burns calories to generate heat, which can help with metabolism and blood sugar regulation. The research backs this up. A 2016 medical hypotheses paper linked cold exposure to reduced symptoms of depression. A 2014 Journal of Physiology study found improved immune function and resilience in people who practiced short cold water exposure regularly. How to do it safely. At the end of your shower, turn the water to cool or cold for 15-30 seconds. Start with just your arms and legs, then work up to your whole body. Alternatively, splash cold water on your face and neck in the morning. This stimulates the vagus nerve, which calms your heart rate and reduces stress. Gloria is 70 and used to describe her mornings as slow and heavy. I suggested finishing her shower with 20 seconds of cool water. The first few days, she braced herself and counted every second. But by the end of week 1, she told me, "It's like I'm shocking myself awake, not just my body, but my whole spirit." She felt more alert, her mood lifted, and she noticed less morning stiffness. Pro tip: breathe deeply and steadily during the cold exposure. It keeps your body calm and makes the process feel more energizing than jarring. Remember, this isn't about discomfort. It's about giving your body a small, controlled challenge that sparks big health benefits. We've already talked about deep breathing as a way to relax your mind and body. But this next step takes it a little further, turning it into a daily ritual that trains your diaphragm and maximizes the oxygen your body can use. Why is this so important after 60? Over time, posture changes, stiffness in the spine, and even habits like sitting too much can weaken the diaphragm, the main muscle that drives your breathing. When the diaphragm isn't fully engaged, you end up taking shallow breaths, which means less oxygen reaches your brain, heart, and muscles. By practicing diaphragmatic breathing intentionally each day, you increase oxygen exchange in the lungs, boost circulation to vital organs, lower blood pressure naturally, improve brain plasticity, helping your brain adapt and stay sharp, gently massage internal organs, supporting digestion and toxin elimination. How to practice diaphragmatic breathing as a ritual. Lie on your back or sit upright with shoulders relaxed. Place one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. Inhale deeply through your nose for a count of 4, letting your belly rise more than your chest. Hold for a count of 2, 3. Exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6, 8, feeling your belly fall. Repeat for 5-10 minutes, once or twice a day. You can make this part of your morning wake-up or evening wind-down routine. Over time, your body will naturally breathe more deeply, even when you're not thinking about it. Linda, 66, had been dealing with chronic bloating and occasional dizziness. She thought it was all digestion-related, But after watching her breathe, I saw she was barely using her diaphragm. I guided her through this ritual for just 7 minutes every morning. Within 2 weeks, her bloating improved. She felt calmer during the day, and she told me, "I didn't realize how much my breathing was holding me back." Pro tip: try combining diaphragmatic breathing with gentle stretching or light music. This makes the ritual more enjoyable and helps you stick to it long term. Remember, breathing is the only automatic process in your body that you can control directly. When you take charge of it, you take charge of your energy, your focus, and even your long-term brain health. If hydration, movement, and breathing are the fuel for a healthy day, then consistent sleep is the foundation that holds it all together. Unfortunately, many people over 60 believe poor sleep is just part of aging. They go to bed at different times, wake up at odd hours, and rely on naps or television until late at night. But here's the truth. Your body's circadian rhythm is like a built-in clock, and when it's off, every system in your body feels the effects. Why it matters so much after 60. A consistent sleep-wake schedule stabilizes hormones like melatonin and cortisol. It reduces stress on the heart and blood vessels. It improves digestion and supports your immune system. Most importantly for brain health, deep sleep activates your brain's glymphatic system, a cleansing process that removes waste proteins linked to Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. The science. A 2021 review in Sleep Medicine Reviews found that irregular sleep patterns increase the risk of heart disease, cognitive decline, and Alzheimer's APC. Consistency is more important than sleeping longer. Once in a while, your body needs predictable rhythms to function at its best. How to reset your sleep clock. Choose a bedtime and wake-up time you can keep 7 days a week, yes, even on weekends. Dim lights and reduce screen time an hour before bed. Avoid heavy meals or caffeine late in the evening. Expose yourself to natural light within 30 minutes of waking. This signals your brain to set the clock for the day. Frances, 69, told me she could never get a full night's rest. She'd fall asleep at midnight one night, then 9:30 the next, waking up groggy no matter what. I had her commit to 10:30 p.m. lights out and 6:30 a.m. wake up every single day for 3 weeks. She was shocked at the difference. "It's like my body finally knows what to do," she said. Her energy was steadier, her mood brighter, and she found it easier to stick to her walking routine. Pro tip: pair your sleep schedule with a relaxing bedtime ritual, light reading, gentle stretching, or soft music. Your brain will learn to associate these cues with winding down, making it easier to fall asleep naturally. Remember, consistency is the secret ingredient to restorative sleep. And restorative sleep is the silent partner in protecting your heart, brain, and overall health. By now you might be thinking, these habits sound simple, but can they really make that much of a difference? And I get it, we've been conditioned to believe that staying healthy after 60 requires expensive supplements, extreme workouts, or complicated diets. But that's simply not true. Let's break down some of the most common myths I hear from my patients. Myth 1. I have to run marathons or join a gym to get fit. Wrong. Science shows that regular brisk walking can protect your heart, brain, and joints just as effectively, and in some cases, more safely than high-intensity workouts for older adults. Myth 2. Breathing exercises are only for yoga or meditation experts. Not at all. You don't need to sit cross-legged on a mountaintop to benefit from deep breathing. A few minutes of intentional breathing at home can lower stress hormones, improve blood pressure, and even sharpen your memory. Myth 3. Cold water therapy means ice baths and extreme discomfort. False. You don't need to plunge into freezing water. Even 15 seconds of cool water at the end of your shower can trigger powerful circulation and mood-boosting effects. Myth 4. Poor sleep is just part of aging. This is one of the most damaging myths. While sleep patterns can shift with age, your brain and body still need consistent, quality rest. With the right schedule and habits, deep, restorative sleep is absolutely possible at any age. Here's the truth. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the most effective, yet they're often ignored because they don't seem dramatic enough. But the research and decades of patient stories prove that these 6 habits can transform your health, protect you from disease, and give you back the vitality you thought you'd lost. So instead of asking, can it really work? Start asking, what if I try it for just 2 weeks? You might be surprised at how quickly your body responds when you give it the right environment to heal and thrive. So let's recap. 6 small science-backed habits that can protect you from up to 90% of the chronic diseases we fear most after 60. 1. Morning hydration. Start your day by giving your brain and heart the water they need. 2. Daily brisk walking. Fuel your circulation, protect your joints, and keep your brain sharp. 3. Deep breathing and mindful stillness. Calm your nervous system and reduce inflammation. 4. Cold water exposure. Boost mood, metabolism, and immune strength in seconds. 5. Deep breathing rituals. Train your diaphragm, oxygenate your body, and improve digestion. 6. Consistent sleep-wake schedule. Reset your body's natural clock for energy and memory. Remember, you don't need to start all 6 at once. Pick one, master it, then add another. Within weeks, you'll feel more energy, think more clearly, and move more freely. If you've been told that decline is inevitable after 60, I'm here to tell you it's not. You have the power to take control of your health, starting today, with nothing more than your daily choices. Now, here's your challenge. Choose one habit from this list and commit to it for the next 14 days. Keep a little journal of how you feel. I think you'll be amazed at the difference, and I'd love for you to share your progress. If you found value in this video, please give it a like, share it with a friend who needs this message, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Because next week, I'm revealing 3 bedtime foods that can supercharge your memory and protect your brain after 60, and you won't want to miss it. Until then, take care of your body, honor your health, and remember sometimes the smallest change can make the biggest difference.